Hey EJ, this is Coach Ojan with Charlotte Football, man. I just got your transcript. You left it on my desk. We unfortunately can't take that on the
Heartbreak happening basically every year in a different way. I would argue that my initial greatest heartbreak, per usual, if you were a man, anybody in general, because women get heartbroken all the time too. Shout out Keisha Cole for all her music. I love Keisha Cole's music. Cause if he ain't gonna love you the way he should, then let it go. And if she ain't gonna treat you the way he should, then let him go. If he ain't gonna love you the way he should, let go. If he ain't gonna treat you the way he should, let go. Alright, if that sounded bad, then I will not keep that in the video, but if it did, then it is what it is. Everybody experiences some level of heartbreak at some point in life, 9 times out of 10. Unless you were heartbroken from the start, decrepit, depressed, or a psychopath. Everybody's faced heartbreak. Heartbreak is an MF-er, to say the least. We all know this. My greatest heartbreak, at first, I would classify as a woman. I did everything I could to make her see what I saw, that I could be a man of God for her. But I couldn't. Somebody else did, other people did, but I didn't have what it took individually. Said she wasn't sexually attracted to me. Looking back at my older pictures or older videos, as you can see right here.
On the edge, I'm dangling my feet. I tried to pay attention, but attention paid me.
Even though it is showcasing my warm-up, my dad's always drove home the point of he had to work hard. Why don't I have a girlfriend? My response is, if I knew why I was single, I wouldn't be single. I do not want to work a 9 to 5 whatsoever. Because the richest people in the world, they did not work 9 to 5s. In high school, I could understand exactly what she was talking about. Maybe that perspective or that perception never changed. You know how they say first impressions are 95% of the battle, or how people will see you forever, something like that. That's in essence what happened. I just didn't meet the standard. I wasn't P yet. I wasn't keeping it play. I didn't know how to navigate the game or navigate the cobwebs of the female psychology and the female emotion, or how to just move on. So no, you stay around and you take a beating because that's what you want. You apply sports psychology and then you take that to a relationship. Get around and get psychologically abused, even though she's not really trying to do that. She's just letting you know how she feels, and you're just reinterpreting it the wrong way because that's what you want to do, because you're selfish. Yeah, I said it. Your heartbreak half the time is because you were selfish and you wanted something that you couldn't control. It's the absolute truth. You're selfish. I was selfish as hell. I wanted it so bad, but that didn't matter because I didn't allow for an alternative opinion. I didn't allow for another take. So I pressed the gas over and over again, and I got burnt to crisp for it. Every time I thought I was making headway or making progress, I only got set back 7 centuries. I didn't know how not to lose. You keep telling yourself this unrequited love, you just can't quit. You can't give up. It's so good. The friendship was so great. The highs were amazing. She made you feel a certain way and you couldn't stop it, or he made you feel a certain way and you were just so drawn and intoxicated and enamored with what was going on. You just couldn't get out of there. It's a drug. Hope is a drug. Hope is the greatest drug. Hope and dreams is just a version of hope, because dreams are a positive connotation and nightmares are negative connotation. So if dreams are positive, then that means you dreamed about this. That means that's what you want. You hoping that this thing happens, subconsciously or consciously. All I know is that I was selfish. I wanted it to be done, but I couldn't get it done. 2023 was the best because I had her. We were talking. I broke the friend zone. I beat the case. She was effectively mine. I finally started looking good. I was looking good enough to meet the standard. TV have a chance, a prayer. I loved every bit of it. It was great. It was blissful. But it wasn't meant to last. And when it came crashing down, after all those years of losing and losing and losing, just to finally get through the door, get in the room, and then all of a sudden you get tossed out the back door, and it's like, what could I do? I could say I'm a default to God and God over everything, and I can make all these blanket statements, but are they really conducive to solving my problem? Did it really help to say that I went to church and I did other things to distract myself from how I really felt? The answer is no, because I was a liar. I lied to myself. I never actually healed. And then I jumped into a whole nother catacombs of emotions and another woman, a relationship, all these things, right? Just because. But that wasn't even my greatest heartbreak. My greatest heartbreak Football, man. I put everything I had into it. I gave it all I had. Yeah, I made the wrong decisions. Yeah, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, did a whole bunch of things, man. I put out, I put in. I went to the office a billion times to try to negotiate and try out. And when it finally happened, I got out there. I was very prepared. I knew I was gonna win. But God had to humble me. I had to get humble. Because again, I was selfish. I wanted it so bad. Yeah, I just wanted it for myself. So I jump on that field. I'm moving around. The warm-ups are good. Before that, I'm stretching my right hamstring because I knew I was tight. I knew going in that at some point when I was running all these damn hills and running these gassers and stuff like that, I had tightened up my leg muscles. It was cramping on the low for weeks or months, but I didn't know how to get it out of there. So I just thugged it out. So I get out there and then I tear my hamstring running a second 40. The first 40, they said 4.59. I said I could do better than that. So I tried to go even harder, go balls to the wall, 130%. And I blew up on the spot. I couldn't finish the mission. I couldn't complete nothing. And then the following year, we get through the whole catacombs of Heartbreak and that summer of 23. And then that fall of 23, that precipitous drop off, right? My heart went from soaring to absolute darkness. And it felt so desolate. I loved that girl with everything I had. And I loved football, man. I loved it all. Very passionate, very emotional. Wearing my heart on my sleeve. There's just nothing I could do about it. The only thing that could save me was the idea of God, was the hope, the things that I was supposed to digest from reading the Bible. Those were the things that were supposed to save me and take me aside from the pain, the anguish. The fact that in my second tryout, I had a hip flexor because I was overtraining once again because I wanted it so badly. And now I get out there and then there's 17 guys. They only take 3. Even if you're 4th place, you're not 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. You weren't top 3, so you weren't getting picked. I could go on and on about the semantics, but I already made a video called Embracing Failure. The emotions were crazy. I looked at Biff Poetry when he was still here. He gave me a wave or a salute, a thumbs up, whatever. I looked over, I damn near wanted to cry on the spot. I knew walking out of that building that I wasn't coming back in. Not again, I wasn't coming back in. And I broke out the huddle. I did what I could, man. And it was the worst. It was the greatest heartbreak. I'm gonna play this little clip right here, this voicemail, and then I'm gonna shut this video off because, yeah, I don't want to keep talking about it. Like, comment, subscribe, be James Sang.
Hey, EJ, this is Coach Ojan with Charlotte Football, man. I just got your transcript. You left it on my desk. We unfortunately can't take you, man, as a walk-on. The GPA just is way too low. We need you to be boosting up the GPA, and with the GPA you have, the 2.2, we can't take you right now. So get that GPA up with your class, and we'll look back at you after spring if possible. Just give me a call whenever you get this, and we'll talk more. All right, bye.